Did you like the main event or no?
It was you knew Nakamura was going to be coming back. I thought he'd win. I like the swerve,
Right.
It's all right. It's just those matches don't impress me. Right. They don't impress me because the original ones were really good.
I'll tell you
unless it's like the best one of it ever. It's like just I don't.
You know what I did pop on? I'm sure you didn't see this match because it was early on, and I just happened to put the show on early, and it was on. But it had the Colognes against Mojo and IZ.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah, Zack Ryder. And, bro, Mojo, again, he's starting to be one of my favorite guys. There's this one spot where Primo's chopping him, and he's just running in place. Bro, it's hilarious. And now they got some new phrase. I don't know if it's new or it's been around for a while. And he ain't hype, and the whole place is repeats it. So
yep. That's actually like a throwback to his original NXT gimmick.
Because those guys, they're entertaining, just like the Fashion Police. Just like that. Here's another match that, these guys are entertaining.
We got Hoovy waiting?
No.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Here's another match. The New Day match. I didn't like that finish either.
Right, and they were having a really entertaining match. That dive Kofi did, that trust fall off the top was incredible. Did you see that, Disco?
No, I didn't see that. I only saw a couple matches. I saw the last half of the girls, and I saw the last two.
Yeah,
the New Day can have a great chemistry with the Usos, man.
If you would have seen that match, you would have seen why Joe's mad at the finishes, because that finish was JoJo. You know what I'm saying?
It's Hughesy. Hello.
Finish was JoJo. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Is there? Okay.
I thought the main event was, it wasn't the greatest Money in the Bank ever, but it was solid. You know what I mean? It was entertaining, and yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And you can already see there's going to be money in, AJ and Nakamura. When they squared off, people were already popping.
They weren't popping when they were doing it. They weren't popping when they were trading those forearms.
Yeah, they were.
No,
You're
the
only guy that
go watch back and watch it. You go back and watch it. You go back and watch. Go back and watch it. Trust me. Go back and watch it. If they think that they're going to be doing this Japanese strong style stuff, and you're going to sell that to the American audience, that we're just going to stand there and let each other forearm each other in the head, and ain't going to sell.
Bro, you're talking for everybody.
Probably didn't have the sound.
You're KGing me right
Trust
now.
Me. Go back and watch. They were not popping on that spot like you would think.
Well, it's not really a.
It's this Japanese strong style garbage where the guys are standing there and let the guy form each other in the head. It looks ridiculous.
Very disrespectful.
And it's got no. But they should keep that shit in Japan.
Okay, so if it looks so. Okay, let me ask you a question. That's something you never did, obviously. I used to use it back in the day, but is it stupid because you say so? Because we have.
It's stupid because it looks stupid, Conan. Don't sit there and tell me that you're gonna. That
I am telling you.
Explain to me how it looks. How it doesn't look stupid.
Okay, it doesn't look stupid. How about that?
Explain how. In the middle of a match, you've been wrestling for 15, 20 minutes. You're going to stop and you're going to stand there and you're going to let somebody forearm you in the face, and you're not going to protect yourself. You're not going to try to move out of the way. You're just going to let the guy do it. Explain to me how that is. That does not look absolutely.
Okay, explain to me how in the middle of the match you just start chopping a guy, and that's. What's the big difference, bro? You're hitting him.
Bro,
whether you're forearming him, you're punching him, you're hitting him with a work punch, you're putting the boots to him. It's just another way of giving you some physicality.
Of making the shit look fake. That's exactly what it is. Back in the day when we used to, when we've gotten away from where a guy tries to punch you, you put your hand up and block it and punch him back. We've gotten away from that, and we've gotten away from people wanting.
And here's another problem. Here's one of the big problems, and I know you're going to agree with me. Nobody knows how to punch anymore. That's one of the biggest problems.
It's ridiculous.
Nobody knows how to punch.
And nobody's watching the show anymore. Okay, so we can sit there and talk about the booking is so bad that. But bro, I'm telling you, this style of work, I can argue it is affecting the ratings. It's affecting the numbers. It's affecting people not watching the shows anymore. I can argue that, and I can have some evidence to support my argument.
But it's difficult to make an argument that "quote unquote" Japanese strong style sucks, and it's an offensive word.
Here's the thing: you're not going to take a straight lucha match and put it on American TV, and the people are going to like it. Bro, the Mexican guys had to learn how to integrate the American style, and it became good American style workers. You know, and I'm just telling you, bro. All you have to do, and this is simplistic as you can make it. The Americans have drawn money all over the world. Very few foreigners have come over here and drawn money. It's just that the American style, there's a way the American audience has just been accustomed to watching wrestling because we've had so much of it on TV over the years that there is just a style that the fans in this country.
I can't believe somebody in the business just made that statement. If people didn't get over in this country, in this industry, is number one because of racism. And don't give me any other answer than that.
There haven't been that many that have come over here.
Number two. There was a language barrier. There was a styles clash. Yes, but now with the cross pollination of styles with Lucha and Japan and Nakamura, bro, look how many Japanese
we're at the bottom point of the ratings. And we're going to just pretend that does not exist today.
It's the ratings drop isn't because of strong style influences. Strong style influences are not the root of ratings.
One of the reasons the ratings is down because the shows suck, not because the matches are so bad.
The booking and the
shows suck.
The booking,
the work is great.
And
shows
the work,
suck.
Bullshit. There's no. Everybody's sitting there talking about all this. We've got the most. Everybody's like, I read this on Twitter. This is the most talented roster of people we've ever had. I'm like, then why is nobody watching the show? Could it be that maybe these guys are not as talented?
You know why? Because when you watch the show,
as the guys used to be.
Because we can't sit through a whole show because it's so boring. The shows suck.
Well, bro, it's filled with 14-minute matches with guys who are supposed to be the most talented wrestlers in the world. How could it be boring?
And stupid vignettes and stupid finishes and not dropping the balls on major stars that you could have made. That's their fault.
Well,
that's creative fault.
They're putting the most talented. They're having 25-minute matches on Raw sometimes with the quote-unquote most talented guys that we've
most
ever
talented guys
seen.
have stupid finishes and stupid storylines. How does that work?
Bro, you're making my argument for me.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm telling you, we have matches where there's guys who are wrestling for 25 minutes, okay, and people are turning off their TVs, and they're supposed to be the most talented guys in the most talented rosters ever.
But you want to go back to wrestling from the 80s and the 90s, bro, and that's no longer around, bro. I love that. That's what I grew up with. That's what I watched. That's what I liked.
Bro, let me tell you something. And this is what you can do. And I posted it because Booker T threw some shade on.
I'll give you another example. Did you like basketball before or now? Like basketball, when the Lakers and the 76ers and the Bulls?
I like the rivalries.
You know what I hate about now? I'm going to tell you what I hate about now. And don't tell me that you think the game's gotten better. Bro, the game's turned into 3-point shots. You have no center anymore. You don't throw it. I mean, if you went down the middle.
I like the thing where guys are busting each other's heads out there.
If you went down the middle, Lambeer, Mahorn, Oakley, Ewing, McHale was going to take your head off. That's all there was to it. Now you can't even touch the guy.
Yeah.
It was more physical. There was better rivalries. Nobody from the Celtics was going to go over to the, New York Knicks. Nobody from the Lakers was going to go to the Celtics. It just didn't happen, bro. They actually didn't like each other. If you went down, there was nobody helping you up. You weren't going to dinner with them after the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like I kind of like that friction that there was back then.
Okay, then why do you if you like old school, then why do you like why do you like the new product of wrestling as opposed to the old school product?
Because it isn't. There's nothing wrong with the product. To me, it's the way it's being presented. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do they do a lot of what do you call this, risky moves? Yeah. Well, that's how it is. Just like skateboarding. Skateboarding. You look at the from the 70s and now. If you look at motocross, anything, bro. Everything's gotten, bro. You got people
all you have to do
out
if
of airplanes with hang gliding.
Right.
If you want to go back and watch
PJ Black
sports, if you want to go back, if you want to use a basketball comparison. If you go back and watch basketball games from like back in the era that you're talking about, their games were much more physical. They're much rougher. There are more personalities in the games back then and stuff. And they call that. If you watch wrestling back in during the same period of time, it was the exact same thing. Yes. There were more personality. Yes. There was more charismatic. There was more showmanship. Okay, wrestling today has gotten away from it, and what you see the WWE is trying to do. We're slowly, like, it's funny, like it just seemed like we were in the era where there was no, like John Morrison called it, the T-shirt indie guy is like a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? We're in that era. But you're seeing what they're trying to do now. They're trying to go back to more flamboyant type gimmicks and characters to try to create something
or really
show and
to have a diverse mix of everything.
Diverse mix.
But here's a problem. They started their own problem. I'm going to give you an example that I lived myself. When I went to WWE, I remember I went into the ring because nobody knew how to do lucha libre. Okay, so I was in the ring and I was training with.
How is that racism? You want to? So let me say, I want to just question your racism argument.
For you to say that there was no racism,
you're coming over here, nobody knows.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
You walk into a ring and nobody knows how to do your style.
Let me see. A whole bunch of Japanese guys sued WCW for racism. I sued TNA for racism. I know you've seen racism.
But you
don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit.
But you're trying to tell me that the reason that I'm telling you that not a lot of guys got over.
One of the reasons, that foreigners weren't able to get over in the United States because of racism. I've talked to Latinos where they would tell me that promoters would tell them, hey, we could only have one Latino or one gimmick, per territory.
But you're coming over and telling me that you're coming over here, none of the guys know how to work.
When I first walked into WCW, there was a referee there called Rocky King, okay? And when I was my first day in WCW, and I'm not talking about when you were there, I'm talking like 1990, when Ole Anderson was the booker, okay? Mm-hmm. And I remember Stan Hansen was backstage, Lex Luger, the Steiner brothers, and I remember Rocky King was there. It was my first day there. Rocky King, a black referee, was like, hey man, watch it, because Michael Hayes just called me the N-word, and I blowed up and I got fired. And I was like, what's going on here? I said Rocky King told me.
I thought you said I got blown up. I thought you said that you got blown up because Rocky King said that.
Rocky King blowed up on Michael Hayes, like, yo man, what's your shit? And of course Michael Hayes had more power because he was a star and this guy was a ref, and he got fired. That's what I walked into. And I was always hearing a lot of, indirect bullshit innuendo remarks. So do not tell me that I didn't hear it or face it, because you have no clue, Disco.
Here's my point,
and a racist doesn't have to be walking around with a white sheet over his head and a Ku Klux Klan fan. It's very subtle, and you know it.
But here's the thing, because I'm bringing it back to what we discussed earlier of why certain guys didn't get over here, foreigners, is because people don't know how to work their style. So what you're sitting there trying to tell me is you had to teach everybody to try to help you get over, but to try to teach to work your style to help you get over. And we did that. Okay, but I'm saying this. So, but this would be happening more if there were a lot more talented foreign wrestlers that had come over here and gotten over, because you did it. You got over. Eddie Guerrero got over. Tons of guys got over.
Yeah, but one of the things that helped us is we all spoke English.